and welcome to episode 10 of the Backdoor Cut podcast. We've got Jamie Rico of Lakers Pulse, and also the one that's carrying the site, Nelson Espinal. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Usually we come out a little bit more excited, but I guess the topic that's going to be the first topic of our podcast is a recent story posted by Baxter from ESPN NBA on Twitter about Nick Young and Jordan Clarkson, apparently with some vulgar comments and actions and whatnot to apparently a lady that was or is a sexual or how did you put it, Jamie?
Anti-sexual harassment activist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's just brilliant. So, let's go with you first, Jamie, on this one.
I mean, that can't happen at all.
Athlete or not.
It cannot happen. There's no excuse for that. And, oh man, Jordan Clarkson makes me want to not like him right now.
Yeah. I mean, just honestly, I don't know. It just posted, what, not even 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Just so I quickly read the story, and I am one of the... I will retweet anything about someone doing some nonsense like this. And I've been kind of outspoken on the podcast and on Twitter and with whoever of I wasn't a fan of the Aroldis Chapman's trade for the Yankees because of a rumored sexual assault thing, which I guess turned out to not be true. But this, I mean, she's got photographic evidence. I mean, right? You posted it to her Instagram.
Posted it without even knowing it was them to start off with, so it's not even trying to post it with some sort of agenda.
Yeah, and she's this anti-sexual harassment, representative or whatever, like against athletes for this.
Yeah.
Like, first off, like, Nick is engaged. Is she engaged or is he married?
Engaged.
Okay, engaged to Iggy Azalea, which, whatever you want to say about her, he's engaged. Like, shouldn't be doing something like that, if you're with someone. Jordan is with a Victoria's Secrets model. Like, you're both in relationships. And, as Jamie said, it just shouldn't happen. You should not do that at all. Like, stupid. Like, high school stuff, whatever. I mean, I disagree with it, especially looking back now of how I feel. But you're professional athletes. I don't know. Nelson? Are you back?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say on it?
I know a fair bit about sexual harassment and how you don't have to be touched to be sexually harassed. It can be mental sexual harassment, and there's no excuse for what they did. I don't know what goes on from here, if they get punished or I don't know what's going to happen from here, but I hope they learn from this and hope they don't do it again. I mean, Clarkson's young, and I think Nick Young's probably not the ideal role model for a young, super up-and-coming star.
Well, look at you being super smart and only 16 years old with saying how it doesn't have to be physical, emotional, or verbal or anything like that. Man, it sucks. I mean, like, Nick, I don't want to say you expect it because you honestly hope not to expect this from anyone. Yeah. If I don't want to say, like, if you expect someone from the team to do it, would be him. But, like, Jordan, man, I'm just so surprised at it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, from everything that I've ever read on him, he's a great character guy, and I don't want to, like, it's so weird. I don't want to overreact to what happened, but I'm not saying that, like, what they did was right, It's just, If I'm Mitch or whoever, I'm probably gonna send him a game or two.
Yeah, you have
at
to.
least. I mean, at minimum, you're gonna fine him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? I mean, this is it's just not a good look, especially for a franchise that's in such bad shape,
Yeah,
especially with PR.
they could get some good PR just by suspending them a game or two. And, I mean, they should do it for just regular reasons, not just PR reasons.
Oh yeah, no, and obviously both of them should be forced to apologize.
Mhm.
And I don't care. I don't care if it is a fake apology by them. They have to do it. That's terrible. Like Nick is 30. Like he shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Like Jordan is he gonna be 25 this year or is he 24?
24.
He'll be 24. Old enough to know better. Like once you're a junior in high school, you should honestly be able to know better than this. Just, oh man. I mean, I do not expect them to play against Memphis tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they shouldn't. Well, we know Nick Young won't anyway, so.
yeah, this'll yeah.
Also, we should pay attention to the facts that come out later on. Like, we don't know exactly what happened, but from the looks of it, it doesn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, she's got pictures. She's got proof of it. I mean, unless like the pictures are just of their face,
It's kind of them leaning out of the Jeep. You can't see them doing anything, but.
Oh, is the pictures online already?
Yeah, they linked her Instagram picture.
All right, I'll look it up real quick. But I mean, you just shouldn't act like this. It's so stupid. And of course, it wants to be stupid with me right now. I was in a pretty good mood until now. Just like it's so. I hate any. Yeah, who's the third guy?
I don't know. I think it just might be one of their friends or something.
Gotcha. Man, just absolutely stupid. And TJ with the save, I think. Oh no, Nelson, you're the man.
Yeah.
I got it. Just I don't know what to say honestly, other than they're stupid. They should get fined at the very minimum.
Yep.
Probably, like you said, probably good PR for just to suspend them a game or two. Any final thoughts? I don't want to spend too much time because obviously it's stupid. I mean, not stupid that it's a topic. It's stupid that they're stupid.
Yeah.
It just kind of lets you know how the state of Lakers and how they're not like exactly stable right now. I think. I'm not saying that if any other players were on this team that it wouldn't happen, but I mean, the Lakers are just in such a disarray, and it shouldn't be that much of a surprise that Lakers players are doing these kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, it just exactly what type of environment is this? Like we made fun of the Sixers and Jahlil Okafor. I mean, I guess not made. Well, no, we kind of did make fun. I made fun of that. But like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, getting into a potential assault case is huge too. But I mean, it's just so stupid.
Yep.
So stupid. Well, are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah. Can we just move on from the season? Is that possible?
Yeah. Real quick. Okay. One of the questions that we got was from it's D Bishop, 1987. He's a good follow. Right now, his name is Cuts Diagonally. When I asked the other day, what would be some good questions for us to answer? The first one he said was, "When will the suffering end?" And I think you're like a prophet, man. Like, man, stupid. I wonder if Byron says anything.
I know he's old school. Maybe he likes it.
Yeah, before I say it, they manned up and they put the woman in place, you know.
I could seriously see him saying something
Um,
like that. All right. Well, let's move on from Jordan and Nick. So the topic of the past few days, at least with us on Twitter and us on, well, just you two, and then as TJ as well in our messaging, has been Byron a lot because of ever since Lou came back from injury, the team has looked like utter crap.
Yeah.
And the last two games, I believe, the young guys didn't get any time in the fourth quarter, especially last game. They got zero seconds. Not minutes. Not minutes. They didn't play a minute or two. They got 0 seconds. And I think that was from 2 or 3 minutes left in the third quarter even. So.
Mm-hmm. And Byron had a talking to. Absolutely had a talking to.
Oh, yeah, that was... they will play no matter what. You didn't just come to this revelation on your own. Clearly, Mitch definitely called you from Israel. and we'll get to that later. Mitch definitely called you from Israel and told you, stop this nonsense. What do you guys think of this? I mean, it's just seriously, we were doing so well. I don't even care if we were winning or losing, whatever. D'Angelo looked great. And then the last 3 games.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was kind of expected. I knew that once Lou Williams was going to come, he was going to run more isolations, and the offense was going to be as free-flowing as it was. And, I mean, I don't know why Byron decided to put the veterans in and why put Ryan Kelly in. At least put Julius in. At least put Clarkson or Jordan in. I mean, if you want to put Russell in for whatever reason you want to, that's fine. But you shouldn't have all 3 of them sitting out.
Mm-hmm.
I think this kind of shows that Byron, he doesn't know how to coach a real basketball team. If anyone had any hope that he could become a good coach with veterans, I think it just shows that he doesn't know how to manage minutes or rotations at all, and that he needs help from the front office, which it's not their job to just dictate the minutes, but yet they're around over here stepping up and telling Byron, you got to sit him, Byron, you got to start him, Byron, got to play him.
Yeah, I mean, once we saw the tweet, I think it was by Bill Oram, I think, about when Lou comes back, that Byron didn't know how the minutes were going to be played out. He said, it'll probably be cut from D'Angelo and Huertas, which I'm like, those two, D'Angelo?
D'Angelo was averaging 20 a game on almost 50, 40, 70. Man, those free throws.
Yeah, okay. I do want to talk real quick about the free throws, because I got talking about it with someone. I don't remember who. The last game, the first 2 of the game, he just outright missed, and then I think he had 4 more the rest of the game, and he made them all.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch when he takes his time and uses his legs, it's butter. I mean, it's just smooth. When he rushes it and wants to do the Lou one bounce and then just shoot, no,
I've noticed that too.
That's when he misses. He has to chill out. They count at the line, don't they? I mean, you can't take forever, but
10 seconds, so you can take a while.
Yeah, I mean, who was it? Gilbert Arenas that did the behind the spin around the back a few times. Oh man, he could do that, and then. You just want a one dribble shoot. I don't know.
He should be mid-80s with how good of a shooter he is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No reason.
Definitely. What are your thoughts on Byron? I know that we're all so ecstatic to talk about him all the time.
I don't even get mad at his comments anymore. I'm prepared for them. It's more pleasant surprise if he doesn't put his foot in his mouth after a game. That's where I'm at this point.
Yeah. I agree. I throw fits on Twitter. I yell. Well, I don't yell at. I don't actually yell, but I yell on Twitter. oh my word, he's just so stupid. If anyone honestly thinks he's doing a good job of coaching, I know there's a few people that follow you guys on Lakers Pulse.
Yeah, there
Oh
is.
man, I didn't technically get roped into a conversation today about Byron, but someone quote tweeted me like, "Do you want to handle this?" And I was like, "No, I don't. I really don't. I really don't." Um, do you have any more thoughts, Nelson? You've written a hit piece on him for God's
Yeah.
sake. So, I mean,
The saddest part is that there's still speculation that he's gonna stay. I don't know where it's coming from. I know most of it's fiction. It's mostly
Coming from
Ramona.
Byron's camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying to grasp to last hope that maybe he can stay as coach, but it's over. Tom Thibodeau's going to be their coach next year, so I'm ready.
It's not my first
yeah,
pick, but I guess.
I prefer obviously Luke, maybe Kenny Atkinson, but Tibbs would definitely bring a good defensive mentality, and there would be none of this nonsense with Jordan and Nick, jackasses. Yeah, I'm kind of just our last game is what? April 13th?
Yeah, I
Thank
think
God.
so.
Okay, April 14th. I'm counting down seeing how long it takes until they fire him.
April 20th, maybe?
I much prefer April 14th.
Me too. At halftime, even.
Oh my word! I've been praying for them to pull Lane Kiffin, or I think it was him, right? Where they just left him on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, do you have any games in, like, I don't know, somewhere far away from LA? Or are we mostly on the West Coast?
Dude,
rest of the year?
all of what's left is we've got like so many home games left. I don't even know exactly what's. I don't even know what's left out there. Those would be the games Kobe plays because he's not going to play any at Staples Center unless it's the last game.
Last one. Yep.
I did like Janice. I think Janice Carr.
Yeah.
I think of the OC Register.
Mhm.
It's like Kobe's not going to play against Sacramento, and the fans aren't going to get to see the last of Kobe and DeMarcus. I'm like,
Go.
they don't even
Kobe.
play against each other.
Yeah.
Like you don't see Kobe in the post guarding DeMarcus, and you don't
That's right. We'll see DeMarcus next year when we trade Clarkson for him, straight up.
Clarkson and maybe a second-round pick.
And maybe a second.
I have that for later. I have that for later. Sorry, I had a ton of homework this weekend, and I've been in just crazy days. So I didn't even get to email the two of them an outline. Oh, but I know, so professional. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh, do we still have the link to that picture? Supposedly, D'Angelo Russell is also in the car.
No.
I don't see D'Angelo.
Wearing a red hoodie.
He's got his arms in. Okay, so you guys see it?
Yeah,
Whoever's
that's
in the
Russell
red.
in the red hoodie.
Yeah, who's ever in the red hoodie, if it is D'Angelo,
It is.
his arms are in the sleeves, his
No.
head is covered up.
No.
Hey, he can't make any gestures with his arms in his sleeves.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because somebody posted a picture of him and Clarkson a few hours before that, and Clarkson's wearing that same white jacket, and Russell's wearing that red jacket.
No. Oh,
did you post it on the Lakers Twitter or someone sent that?
Ben Rosales just tweeted it.
Oh, wonderful! I'll go take a look at that. Did you guys want to talk any more about Byron? I mean,
Nah.
just another subject that we're all pretty exhausted on.
Yep.
One thing I did want to talk about about Byron. So after the game, I said that D'Angelo and Jordan and Russ and Randall all need to either start calling him out in the media or go to Mitch, whoever. Well, Kate Bishop on Twitter. What is her Twitter handle? I'll look it up here in just a second. Kate Bishop sent me a link to a Around the Horn back in February. So apparently, Randall and Russell talk to their agents, and their agents talk to Mitch about him. And her handle is Fatal Lady, FATALELADY. I say that if the exit interviews are going to be one, I would love to be a fly on the wall. There's no way that they defend him. No way.
No.
I mean, like I know people are going to that support Byron right now are calling for. D'Angelo made comments today about how the benchings and everything weren't a big deal to him. Bull crap, they weren't. Like, what did you expect him to say? Like, no. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to be like, yeah, F this coach, like, right in the middle of the media. I mean, he's a rookie. Like, he's not going to do that. Julius isn't going to do it. Julius is just going to, be pissed and probably punch someone on the court. JC, JC. He has to be gone, right? There's no other option, right?
Oh, yeah, for Byron? Yeah, there's no... If the three pieces of the future are that upset with them, players always win out in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, JC at the All-Star game, don't say anything crazy. Like, he's not going to be there. Like,
No.
And people that say he's a good coach, I don't know what in dream world you're in, but there's no way Byron is a good coach. I mean, just right now in my head, half a dozen things that were stupid. It's terrible. Jamie, you got into a little discussion. Was it last night? With a podcast that I don't want to bash on them because I actually do enjoy them. They're quite Homerish at times. One of them still thinks that Kevin Durant is coming to Lakers. They were talking about how, well, everyone apparently in Lakers land thinks that DeMarcus is an actual viable option.
He's not.
He's not. That's not being a negative Nancy. That's just realistic.
They're not trading him, and even if they did, it would have to include D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Plus a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. I texted Jamie last night and said, hey, guys, we got a few assets. Let's burn them all, like, on one player. Like, because that's what's going to take.
He can't carry a team by himself because he hasn't been able to do it with a decent amount of talent in Sacramento.
He hasn't been able to take him past 30 wins until this year. I mean, did they even pass 30 wins yet? I mean, with how they've been playing, who knows?
Yeah, recently they've been sliding.
Oh man, they're terrible. Right now, I believe that they're 7th in the lottery, which they still keep their pick, right? I don't remember their crazy protections. Do you remember, Nelson, with that Stoskis, Thompson, and Landry trade that they had in the offseason?
I think they still have the pick because on Draft Express it says that they still have the pick. So.
Yeah, I think it's like if somehow in the lottery they win and they can switch or something like that.
Or in a tank Johnson, see if they keep it.
Okay. Yeah, DeMarcus isn't happening, people. Just stop it. Like,
well, would you trade him if Kevin Durant said that he'd come if he traded for DeMarcus? Would you do it in that case?
Am I trading all three young guys?
Yeah, that and a couple second-round picks or maybe a future first.
No. I still wouldn't do it.
They're still pretty young. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but yeah, it wouldn't be best.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
The thing is to get to Marcus is you're gonna have to include likely the pick. That's probably a given. That's probably a given. Yeah. And then of course you're gonna have to include Randall and Clarkson. And then on top of that, you're going to need to probably include Russell. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like Cousins is probably I'd have to say he's the top big man in the game, right? Best 5?
Best 5, yeah.
I'm not giving up all of that for him. Like we've been building and like I can't do it. I'm sorry.
And then you still have to figure out how to fill out the rest of your team. Just
I know.
KD, DeMarcus, and nothing else doesn't
I
win in the
know.
West.
Like,
You have Larry Nance starting at your power forward.
You mean small forward.
Oh, right. Wait,
I've been calling him to play small forward, but whatever. And when I say Larry Nance as a small forward, I don't mean him really starting there. I'd much rather, before the incident, prefer Nick to start, even though he's in the doghouse. But like for stretches, I think he could handle it. But like the lineup with that would be. So at the 3 you would have Durant. At the 5 you would have Cousins. Off of what you have right now, and what you would have to trade away, Nance would have to be involved, or Nance would have to be your 4. Would Lou have to be your 2?
Lou, you're starting
here we
2.
go.
Like,
No.
And Marcelo, you're starting 1.
yeah,
Lord
I mean,
have
and that.
mercy.
So if you sign KD and you bring in DeMarcus, everyone's gonna be like, oh, you just spend the cap space. That cap space is gone. Like, you're gonna have maybe $20 million to fill out the rest of the roster. And that's just obviously if you even keep the pick. Like, the only pick that you have is the next year's pick and the 32nd pick right now.
And they can't trade next year's pick anyway. If they lose this year's pick, they can trade it.
Yeah, if they can, but they couldn't even trade next year's pick because of it, because of the stipend rule or whatever. You can't go more than 2 years
Without a first-round pick. Yep.
without a first-round pick. Like, it's not happening. It really isn't. I mean, it would have to be, the only way I would do it is one of Randall and Clarkson and the pick. But even then, I'm just like, I don't know. I love Cousins. He's crazy, like really crazy, and he's at times a defensive liability because he just doesn't care on that end. That's one reason why I'd much rather spend on Whiteside now.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my whole thing, I've been calling to say Clarkson for Noel. No one apparently seems to, other than like us, seem to like that.
And Jacob Brood.
Well, yeah, Jacob Brood just tweeted that today.
Yeah, Jacob said that. Shout out to Jacob. We'll have to get you on here sometime. Yeah, I just like you're doing that, and then you're losing all your cap space, so then you can't really actually build. You could say then you can max another guy, but who are you maxing? At the 2, I guess you could go with DeRozan, and I'd probably
And teams will score 120 on them while they score 115.
Yep. I don't know. but then okay, so you sign KD and then you trade those guys for Russell Westbrook, and then the Thunder are like, oh crap, well we've got to actually trade everyone, and then they trade a Serge Ibaka, and then we become the LA Thunder. I've seen that. I have seen that. Yes, I have. Just...
and we get waiters.
oh man.
Sign waiters to a max deal just so they stay with us.
Oh man! Now supposedly the guy like kind of laughing next to Russell is the Lakers' head athletic trainer.
Oh, okay.
Man, this was not the day. Not the day to do the podcast. Oh my word!
That just got really bad so fast.
Oh my word! So someone just sent to Ben. Young has Iggy. Russell has a girlfriend. I forgot Russell has a girlfriend too. JC has been in the early stages with another girl. I didn't realize he left she left him, the Victoria's Secrets model. Not sure if this is true. And then Ben's like, not to be overly blunt, but that doesn't have a whole lot to do with this. Like, oh my word. Yeah, I see the picture that you're talking about. The white hoodie with the red. Ah!
The sad part about it was that it seems like D'Angelo was the only smart one out of the entire.
I almost wonder if they had been drinking and Russell maybe wasn't because he's not 21 and was the only one with common sense there.
Yeah.
And maybe, it was like, oh, this is going to be bad if this person takes a picture and went to his little hoodie shell.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Russell was like, Jordan, don't say anything stupid.
That made me think of a Koopa Trooper.
Oh.
I need to play some old school Mario. So, okay, Jamie, I do want to actually have like a conversation of trading assets for disgruntled star.
I'm against trading the young guys in any scenario whatsoever, but
Okay.
all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone apparently left. They didn't like that. We went from like 6 or 7 viewers to now we have 3. Thank you guys for standing with us. We got another one back. Thank you. So the other one from the guy that you're interacting with was Jimmy Butler, and I brought this up to you. I think even the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago. Just like it's not happening. Like a disgruntled star. What does Jimmy Butler have to be disgruntled by?
Even if he is disgruntled by Rose being there, Rose is the one that's leaving, and then he's not disgruntled anymore.
Yep. Nelson?
Huh?
Great job. Thanks.
I was just reading the tweet that Nick Young
Nick Young just tweeted.
Yeah. Said he had a blast at his son's birthday party, and he said he has to tweet it up. Hey, if you want some attention, take a pic of me and say next to it and post it. The world will live in. I don't know what he meant, but and speaking on Butler, I think he's untradeable. I think he's the only real asset that they have, and he's the player that they need to build around, not Rose. I think if anyone's gonna get traded, it's probably gonna be Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Which we don't need. Derrick
Am I the
Rose
one that's lagging?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. So what I got out of that is Jimmy is untradeable.
Yeah.
I agree. If anyone's going to be built around, it's Jimmy. I agree. If anything, Rose is going.
Yeah.
And I said last night that either he's going to be traded to someone's stupid team. Watch Sacramento.
Memphis.
The Nets.
I don't think Memphis would actually do that. I actually think they're pretty smart. I mean, they just pulled highway robbery on the Clippers with that Jeff Green deal.
Yeah, Stevenson's playing.
Yeah. Well, Steven.
It's like Lance is pretty good, kind of.
I know. Like, put him in the right situation, which is hilarious. They got Matt Barnes and a former jailblazer on the team, and just a whole bunch of other head cases. And I mean, Matt Barnes trying to chase after John Henson after Henson blocked the crap out of him, and then he mean mugs Barnes. That was beautiful. Yeah, Stevenson's playing good. Yeah, I could see the Nets, but the Nets don't have anything unless you're going to trade Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. I mean, I guess you could try for Brooke Lopez maybe in that deal. Do a swap of bad big contracts. It would get the Nets out of Lopez.
Might even help the Bulls too.
Yeah, I mean,
play him and Powell next to each other.
Well, next year, Powell's a free agent.
Powell's gonna resign.
I'm thinking of just a sec of Powell with leaving, and then you got Portis with Lopez. Just a sec. Here, just give me a second. You guys talk about that real quick.
You think Powell might go back to Memphis next year? Finish out his career with his brother in the place where it started?
Yeah, I think that's most likely what's going to happen. It's either that or he can stay in Chicago. I was hoping to hope that comes to the Lakers, but that's not.
Nah, I don't. I want the Lakers to move on from that whole time period. Kobe will be gone. He's the last link to it.
Yeah.
Let's just start anew.
Let's move on from the Ramon Sessions era.
Yeah, great era. Clay, I was just saying, do you think Powell might sign with the Grizzlies and go finish out his career with his brother?
Maybe. I mean, Randolph a free agent this year? Do you know? I think he is.
I think he might be. Yeah.
I think this is the final year. I'll look it up. I mean, they'll need one Gasol on the court at least, because who knows about
Yeah.
Mark and his foot injury. That is scary.
Mhm.
I
He's a
had
big dude too.
he's not even who like Durant. Durant had. I don't think it's the same thing, but
No,
Durant had a foot issue, and he's a lot thinner.
a lot there.
Yeah.
It's got to
And
probably be close to 100 pounds difference in weight there.
oh yeah, I mean, Mark is here. I'm gonna look up how heavy Marc Gasol is. He's got to be 7 foot, right? I mean,
Yeah, he's got to be around 270, 280, right?
7'1", and ESPN has him as two.
They have him low.
255. There's no way.
No.
No way. Okay? Like, I am fat, okay? Like, I've gotten really fat now because I'm lazy and whatnot. And there's no way that I weigh more than Marc Gasol. He's got about a foot on me.
Yeah.
Not quite, but
And he's big. He's
yeah.
by no means a slim guy.
Yeah. Randolph has another year.
Oh.
So on Memphis's roster, yeah. I mean, I guess they could maybe do it a Derrick Rose trade because they might lose Conley, but I don't know. I saw a thing. Obviously, we all follow Ben. He said that he would still chase Mike Conley. What do you think about that? If you're the Lakers,
I would rather go many other directions first.
Many other directions. Because isn't he like strictly a point guard?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
He's like 6'1", I think, or
6'2".
fudge. Let me talk. Let me look. You guys keep talking.
Well, I think since Russell needs the ball in his hands because he's such a good playmaker, I think bringing Mike Conley would just take away the ball from him, and I don't think that's the ideal thing for him. Even though he's proven to be a good catch and shoot shooter, and he cuts really well, he has good potential off ball, but I still don't think that taking the ball away from his hands is ideal.
Yeah, Conley
I agree.
6'1". 6'1". Yeah, I agree. I think you can go after a backup point guard, obviously. You're going to need one unless you keep Huertas, but even then, I would probably still go over and upgrade for him. I was thinking like a guy like DJ Augustine. He's not great defensively, but you would think he would be a decent size or price and could teach some things. I don't know. This free agency this year is pretty crappy.
Yeah.
There's the top is pretty obviously good, but after that it's bad. Yeah, talking about Rose to the Bulls or Rose to the Nets. I've seen that. I think it was even on a low post with Howard Beck. I think it would solve some of their issues. They get the low post guy that they probably want with Powell leaving, and Joakim is definitely gone.
He's done.
Portis would, I think they would play decently well off of each other because Portis can actually stretch the floor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, the whole interruption and everything. I cannot think of a star that's going to be disgruntled. Like. Yeah. I've been thinking because everyone wants this stupidity, like we're the Lakers, we build quickly.
It was different rules back then.
Yeah,
so.
you people that ask those questions don't realize how bad the CBA was for us.
Yeah. It was made to stop the Lakers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many podcasts and stories I've read. It's called the Laker Killer CBA. Because we were going to load up. We didn't care. We were going to spend the money,
People
and we were going to win championships.
CP3 and Dwight was coming, and they had to stop it.
Yep. It's true. I mean, could you... Oh, man. That team would have been awesome. You would have a ton to fill out, but yeah. I mean, the guys that you would think that could leave are free agents this year, like DeRozan, don't want. Whiteside, I think Miami would like to keep now,
They
depending
can't
on.
though, right? They can't match a max. He'd have to take a pay cut to come back.
They'd have to cut or trade
Yeah.
or stretch players. Riley is a freaking magician. I
That
never
is
put
true.
it past him. I never put it past him.
But I don't know if Whiteside will be lured by the "come here to win" talk that Riley usually uses. He
I
wants.
know.
He probably just wants dollar signs.
He still does. He still. I was reading an article. Pratt wrote it. He said that Whiteside really likes Miami and like the good things that come with it. And Miami still is an attractive place, so it's kind of the same thing as LA, where like
The thing that Miami has over LA, other than obviously a better roster right now, what Miami has over LA right now
East
is
Coast versus West Coast. Better beaches.
oh god,
Better
James,
nightlife.
no. What's better? What's
Better
better
state, better
is
city.
Florida. Florida has
No.
no income. Has no state income tax. So
Our
his-
orange is better than yours, Jamie. Come on, let's be real here.
our what?
Our orange is better. It's not
No.
it's just orange. Orange.
True. Oranges from what is it? Oxnard, Nelson?
Yeah.
Dude, those things are wonderful. Those are the best. Especially like when it's in season and you can go get a giant crate for like a couple bucks. Oh yeah. Oh. Same thing with strawberries. Our strawberries are killer.
Oh yeah.
No one likes Florida. You guys are full of crazy people.
We are full of crazy people.
I mean, we've got a lot of crazy people here, but
No, we got the craziest of crazy.
yeah, at least we don't have people throwing alligators through drive-through windows. I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
I just don't remember that's.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle live there. You don't want to live in Florida.
No,
You
I
don't
don't.
want
I'm
to.
moving out away from Florida when I graduate.
Come to California. I promise.
Staying on the
I
East
promise
Coast.
it's okay.
Oh god.
No, that's terrible. Unless you're going to. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, like I was saying, the disgruntled stars. I haven't been able to think of one guy on a team. You know.
The only possible one could be if Durant leaves, the Thunder might look to trade Westbrook, but we have young guys that I still don't want to trade.
Yeah, I mean, someone was Cuts Diagonally was messaging me. I think we need to wait though. She took this picture afterwards, but we don't really know what happened prior.
I guess somebody also said that she follows a bunch of NBA players, including Russell Clarkson and Nick Young on Instagram, but claimed to not know who they were.
Okay. He said not siding with either, but this is an NBA SH sexual harassment activist, specifically NBA awfully coincidental that this happened. I think the Duke fiasco taught us that we really need to hear all sides before we dive in on either side. I'm assuming that's a Duke lacrosse thing.
Yeah, that's what I took away too.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I was still in high school when that happened, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember most of it.
I didn't pay attention. I believe they raped people, didn't they? I don't remember. I guess I don't. Sorry if that's not true. I don't know. I've never been really into that. I don't like going into something like that. All true though. I mean, she could have been baiting him. I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
If they did it, I mean.
Well, I mean, Nick Young just deleted all his tweets in his little rant, so I think that kind of tells you.
He deleted all of his tweets?
Yeah, he tweeted things trying to say he was innocent and then deleted them.
Yeah.
John Black probably got a hold of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lakers PR guy, just so you guys know. What you were saying though, the one guy that you could see getting disgruntled would be Russell
maybe
Westbrook.
not even disgruntled, just Thunder deciding to trade him if Durant leaves to start the rebuild.
Yeah, which people, I still don't understand how people don't I don't understand how people don't understand that the best thing for Durant is actually not to leave this year. It's to
The
leave
1-on-1.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one-on-one. He'll a one-year contract essentially with an opt-out. So okay, Boston Celtics. There's a few guys I like off of there, but no disgruntled stars. Brooklyn Nets. Nope, don't want anything from them. I would take Rondé Hollis Jefferson though. New York Knicks. No, thank you, unless they're giving me Kristaps for nothing.
Yep.
Philadelphia, we've talked about them. I would take Noel. I wouldn't take Okafor.
Yep.
I would trade something very small for Embiid, but
Did you hear what the Sixers did with Embiid so they could tank this year?
send him the Qatar or Qatar, however you want to say
But
it.
they told him not to postpone the surgery on his foot for the entire summer and enjoy his summer.
Dang.
I didn't see that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Toronto, maybe if DeRozan does leave, maybe Lowry doesn't want to be there.
Mhm.
I don't see that. I don't
see
them-
DeRozan leaving. They look like too good of friends.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, Lowry is just he punks DeRozan, and DeRozan half the time doesn't even understand it, which is just hilarious to me. Dallas, I mean, Parsons could leave.
Yeah.
Dirk's not leaving Dallas. He's going to be with them forever.
Yeah.
I mean, Wes Matthews, but I don't see him being someone like that.
Yeah.
Houston, yeah, no. Harden's not going anywhere. Nowhere. Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, Gasol, but I'm not taking anyone with a broken foot right now.
Nope.
Pelicans, the only guy that they have of value really is Anthony Davis, and of course they're not dealing him.
And he's right.
Spurs, I would trade everyone for Kawhi. I'm just kidding, but I do love Kawhi.
I would trade anyone outside of Russell for him.
Yeah. Denver. Who said you trade Russell?
Yeah, I think I'd trade Russell for Kawhi.
I think I would just want to keep an
Straight
asset.
up, yeah, but in a package,
Yeah.
I'd want to keep Russell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're not dealing him though. That'd be stupid. And he loves it there. He loves San Antonio, which is hilarious. I can't stand Texas. Whatever. Denver. They don't have any stars. Minnesota. The only person I would trade D'Angelo for is
Yep.
Karl Anthony Towns. I do love Wiggins, but
Not for
I like D'Angelo more than Wiggins, which is saying
Right?
something.
Because
Which is saying
I'm
something.
kind
I
of sour a
love.
little bit on Wiggins.
His shooting is just not very good, and
Yeah.
his passing isn't very good. But man, I still don't care. Until he proves me wrong. I'm saying that he's a superstar in the making, not yet. OKC, we've already talked about them. Oh crap.
We could trade for Cantor's contract and get our center.
Lord have mercy.
You know what?
It's not
People would
funny,
probably say yes. People would probably say yes to that. Portland, they have one star, and he loves it in Portland. Lillard. McCollum, but he's a restricted free agent this summer, anyways, I believe.
I throw him the max, which is not.
McCollum,
Yeah.
he's a restricted. No one's. Well,
Yeah.
they're matching anything probably.
Yeah, they're gonna match anything.
Utah, I do love Gordon Hayward.
Me
off of
too.
Utah, but I wouldn't trade D'Angelo for him.
Nope.
I would trade Clarkson and Randall for him.
Would you trade Clarkson for Exum straight up?
Yes. Oh yes.
Probably. I love
Clarkson in the pick?
No.
Mm.
No, it's second round pick. Second round.
I love Exum.
I
It's
do
so
too.
tough for me. Like, I know he can't shoot.
It's so
But
athletic.
he's athletic. Like, I know he's coming off an ACL injury still, but man, Gobert's not leaving Utah anytime soon. Derek Favors isn't leaving anytime soon. Chicago, we said. I mean, Jimmy's not leaving. Cleveland, that's just laughing. Oh, the one guy that they'll look to trade is Kevin Love, and no, thank you.
No.
He just it's no defense, you know. I think he would return to form, Minnesota form, but then it would really depend on who you had to give up. And
Yep.
and the funny thing is I was listening to one of the low posts. I'm sorry, I haven't even looked at you guys for a while because I'm looking at all the team rosters. I was listening to another podcast. I want to say it was a low post, and they were saying if they do trade Kevin Love, it's for veterans. Like you're trading a star for a star. Like you're trading Kevin Love to Boston for Jay Crowder and they probably
Whoever
would try
LeBron
for
likes.
whoever.
Maybe Smart.
GM LeBron. Yeah, I mean, I would still take Kevin Love, depending on who it was, but he's not a savior. I mean,
No.
And he's not good on defense. Yeah.
Ben Simmons just dropped out of school. He's not even going to finish the semester.
Did he seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my word, that's hilarious.
Just dropped out of school and it's moving to Phoenix until the NBA draft.
You know,
just move to LA.
I'm getting weird. I don't want to overreact to how he didn't go to classes and whatnot. I really don't want to overreact, but man, it pisses me off so much. Like I hate the one and done rule, and
Yeah.
I would go back to the high school. I would not do add it on to a two and done. Like, I'm not doing that. This isn't baseball. Like, I hate it so much. But if you have to go to college, you should be like. No wonder he got benched for the first few minutes of a game. He didn't. He was going to class. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to overreact to it, but it just pisses me off so much. I mean, like, you couldn't even get a 2.0. Like, a 2.0. Like, that's not hard to get, and you know he is in some chump classes.
Yeah.
Like, he's not Jaylen Brown taking a graduate level course. Like, he's probably taking a dance class, like Matt Leinart back in the day. Like, he is not taking anything good. Like, go to class at least, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. That makes me sound like an old get off my lawn guy, but I'm sorry. No.
Showing your true colors now, Clayton.
If I found out Ingram did it, I would still say, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but Duke might have to just kick him out for not going to class.
Yeah. Duke, he has to go to class being at Duke. Like, you know, there's no way. Like, I can't even believe he didn't finish out the semester.
I think that just tells you
that's surprising.
No, it's not.
It's so funny.
I'm telling you, I don't know why more people haven't pulled a Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yeah, I think they might.
He made $1 million. Like,
and you're playing against better talent.
Yeah, and especially if you start getting all of those, like all the top recruits to go overseas to either China or. Oh, yeah. I mean.
In a second.
I don't know why people don't do it. I mean, there's been a few people that do it. There was Brandon Jennings, Jeremy Tyler, which that really backfired on him. I don't even think he was a first-round talent to begin with, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know why more people don't do it. I honestly don't. You're going to be making a lot of money, you know, playing professional ball, what you want to do anyways, and then the next year you just go ball out, you know, in the NBA. But I don't know. Parents or pressure, I don't know. Okay, back to the disgruntled stars real quick. Detroit Pistons, Drummond isn't going anywhere, and we don't need Reggie Jackson. Indiana Pacers, I would take Paul George in a second.
I'd take Evan Turner. Oh, I mean,
what?
Wait, no. That's...
Evan Turner's back in Boston.
Yeah.
In Boston. You crazy psychopath.
You're thinking of Miles Turner or whatever?
Oh, yeah. But we're talking like stars.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Minnesota. I did say Cat and.
Well, Towns is a star, basically.
Yeah.
Up and coming star, Jamie. Come on, don't.
Oh no.
No, He's a
Towns is
star.
a star. He's a star. If people don't know about Towns, that's on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take Turner. Yeah, Milwaukee. I would. I would take Giannis.
Oh yeah.
I would probably take Middleton.
hmm I wanted him last summer.
I trade
Yeah.
Randall for Jabari. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even.
I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, maybe I could be. I'm not gonna lie. I could be way wrong on him, but I don't know. He's been shooting more, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been shooting more mid-range shots.
He seems
All right.
more athletic now than
I know.
before he tore his ACL.
I know. I was thinking the same exact thing. Because someone said that he was a freak athlete, and I was like, whoa. Pump your brakes. He's not a freak athlete. And which he's not. He's not a freak athlete.
No, he's not a freak.
But
He's an impressive athlete.
He's better than I remember. Maybe
Yeah.
it was just a bias, and I was worried about the ACL in my mind. I don't know.
It was Duke.
Well, I mean, I love Brandon Ingram, and so whatever.
Oh well.
Yeah. And I loved Kyrie back at Duke too. Charlotte Hornets. I would take MKG, but he's not really a star.
No.
Yeah.
Batum is a free agent. Yeah. Heat. Whiteside's a free agent. I would take Bosch, but I mean he's over 30 now. He's what, 31 or 32, and
Heart problems.
or the blood or lung problems or whatever it
Blood
is.
clots, yeah.
Blood clots. Yeah, that's a no-go. There's a few guys I would target on the Orlando Magic, but those aren't stars. My top guys would be Hazonia and Oladipo, who have looked pretty good, and Aaron Gordon, of course, has now apparently turned into a star after the dunk contest. Wizards, they're not trading Beal or Wall, and there's really no point. I'm not a huge Beal fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Beal.
Especially now that he has to be on a lifetime minutes count.
Yeah.
Word. What? You're gonna max that. Have fun with that. Golden State Warriors. There's 3 guys that I would trade for on there. Well, probably more, but yeah, no, they're not.
The entire bench.
Their bench could be starters for us. Clippers. I would trade for DeAndre and Blake. Chris, I love CP3 and he would be wonderful, but yeah. Lakers, that's us. Suns, there's a few guys that I like. Booker, but he's not a star. I love Eric Bledsoe, but he's always hurt. Sacramento, we already said that DeMarcus isn't. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Back to everything. I guess let's just go into questions, because I'm just depressed about the Lakers.
Me too. It's a chore to watch the games right now.
Right? Right? The game against Phoenix. That was our last one, right? On Friday? Oh my word.
Seems like forever ago.
I know. And it was good because I had a ton of homework, but I'm just like, man, we don't even play until tomorrow. Like, the hell is this? So from Little Boat Merge at Merge Christian, he has 2 questions. Lakers starting 5 next year.
Russell, Clarkson, maybe Brown, Randall, Whiteside.
All right.
I think I'd go.
Is that based off of no pick?
Yeah, I'm assuming no pick right now.
All right, fair.
I'll go.
Okay,
Russell.
I'll tell you what it is for Nelson. Okay, I'll tell you what it is for Nelson. So for Nelson, it's going to be D'Angelo, probably Jordan. No clue who he's going to have at 3 or even the 5, but at the 4, it's going to be Ben Simmons.
Well, Clay, you interrupted me.
I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry.
It was going to be Russell, Bazemore. I'll skip the 3 because it doesn't matter. For the 4, I'll have Simmons, and at the 5, I'll have Whiteside.
So what at 3? What Anthony Brown?
Yeah. Or yeah.
Or okay, so with signing Bazemore, do they trade Clarkson?
Yes.
For Boogie, straight up.
Yeah, and he comes off the bench off what?
Yeah, Boogie comes off the bench for Whiteside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm about to write a piece about my goals and what I want the Lakers to be next year, and it's good. And it's gonna be Ben Simmons and Russell
Nelson's
all
finally
over.
back from the depths of the division.
So for mine, I'm going to assume we keep the pick, and that the Lakers aren't stupid, which are two very big question marks.
Buddy Hield coming to LA.
Oh, Jimmy, come on.
I'm gonna mute you, Jamie.
Jimmy, I've had people tell me that Hield for Randall, right? I've had enough.
The people at my work think that Buddy Hield should go first. Sorry, Buddy Hurd should go first. So they were calling him this morning.
I heard on Bill Simmons' podcast that him and Isaiah Thomas would make the most deadly 1-2 punch in the NBA.
I haven't listened to Bill Simmons in forever.
I heard he went crazy.
Apparently, he's pretty much gone off the deep end.
Jabari for Russell. That was a good one.
Oh man. I'm gonna assume we keep the pick and we don't trade people. 1 Russell, 2 Clarkson, 3 Ingram, 4 Randall, 5 Whiteside. And if the team goes completely stupid, I could see the 1 being Russell, the 2 being DeRozan, the 3 I don't know. We'll go probably someone stupid. I don't even want to know.
Well, that's Ingram, right? If you're gonna get DeRozan, which is a non-shooter, then you can't pair him up with another inside guy.
Yeah, I don't know because seriously, I don't know. 4 Randall or Simmons, and then you're trading them, and then the 5, they're probably trying to make a stupid push and it fails, or they miss out on Whiteside and then they have to sign someone bad Joakim. That would be my nightmare. That would be my nightmare.
I would hate Biombo so much. I would hate that signing so much.
I would say Biombo. He's got stone hands and he can't pass very well, but at least he's got a freakish wingspan at least. Yeah, honestly, my starting 5. I want Ingram. If he goes before us, obviously can't do anything about that. I still say you can't play Randall and Simmons. I don't.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, do you think that they can play together, Nelson? I don't.
No.
I think the Lakers will try it.
Yeah, you have to try it. You can't just assume and then not try it at all. Because if it works out, it can be dangerous.
You're going to ruin their value.
You will, but I just see the Lakers trying it first.
Yeah, I know, because they've invested time in him. So.
Yeah.
I don't think Randall is disposable. I don't think he's untouchable. So that's why I say.
I'm pretty sure he's untouchable.
Okay. So
whatever you want, Jimmy.
everyone wants to trade Clarkson and Randall instead of D'Angelo, obviously.
Yeah.
My whole thing is they were more willing to trade the second overall pick than they were for Julius Randle for DeMarcus Cousins last year. Randall was not in the discussions from everything I've ever read.
I think Randall could still be really, really, really good.
I think he'd be good. I'm not sure about superstar.
He needs a modern offense. He doesn't work in an old-fashioned offense at all, which is what we're seeing this year.
I think he needs to have the perfect fit. I think it has to. I think
Randall's definitely a guy that needs a system that fits him.
Yeah.
He can't plug and play like a Russell.
He can still get doubles if he's not playing in the system, but I think to really take the next step, I think he needs to be in the perfect environment.
Yep.
I think it would be how I always say that Ingram is the perfect fit. It is because he's a 3. He's long. He's not great defensively right now. Okay, I think that kind of gets misconstrued at times.
Yeah.
He's not great defensively. He has potential to be great defensively. What right now he provides probably, I wouldn't say average yet defense at the 3 because he's going to be
Yeah,
playing.
not quite average.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing freaks. The 2 and the 3 in the NBA right now is unbelievable in terms of athleticism.
Yep.
What he's going to provide is that defense, and he's going to also provide spacing. And he can get up and down the court, and he can handle the ball. Someone was trying to say that he can't handle the ball with me last Friday, and he can handle the ball. It's the problem is everyone's looking back at the was it the Maryland game? No, the Louisville game where he had 10 turnovers. He looked bad. Yeah. That was also a Rick Pitino coached team. And they're going to make a lot of people look really bad.
Yeah.
I think it was the Louisville game before that where they were pressing and he would just dribble it up and throw lobs or throw nice kick-out passes. I think his handle isn't I think it's above average to decent. I think it's never going to be like Kevin Durant where like he can he can take it, yeah.
But then at the same time, people like Durant was an insane prospect, but like who says like Ingram couldn't be? Oh my word! I hate just what I just said. Erase that. Who says that Ingram can't reach his potential? You know, he could. There we go. I think that was said a lot better. Ben Simmons could reach his potential. You know, like. Which I finally got around to reading that article by Kevin. Was it Kevin O'Connor, who was asking if Simmons shoots, if he shot with his right hand, because he's really actually right-handed. He just shoots lefty. That makes no sense. Why do you do that? I don't think that would help. I don't think it would help. It's going to take a ton of work.
Yeah, but I think this is where you have a difference. I think whenever I hear you talk about Ben Simmons, I think you sound like you say he's never going to fix it or it's never going to get better. Because if you're saying that it's most likely going to get better, then he's better than Ingram. Because
I think it's 50-50 if he gets a average jump shot.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
Which means 50-50 chance.
So this was one of the questions by the Cuts Diagonally guy. Simmons versus Ingram. Now, I do sound like I bash Simmons a lot. Simmons is number 2 on my board. You know, I think he's incredible. He's an incredible talent. He's amazing in transition. He is a disaster in the half court. And even though it doesn't sound like that sounds stupid, I saw it, and I'm echoing what Mike Schmitz and other people at Draft Express are saying. Could he get better in the NBA with that? Yes. Can he get better in shooting it in the NBA? In the NBA? Yes, he can. What my whole thing has always been is, is that Jamie's girlfriend?
Yeah.
Which girlfriend is this?
Which one? That's girlfriend 1.
Jamie is our Lou Williams. He's got 2 girlfriends. He's got 3 girlfriends. Is that what she just said?
No.
5? What?
We don't know about each other.
I got hoes. I can't sing. Sorry. Where was I going with that? Oh, Simmons could learn how to shoot. But my whole thing has always been people act like teaching people how to shoot is easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. We've seen it with Randall. We've seen it with DeRozan, a guy people that want to have, you know, on the team. And if like maybe he might not even know a hand to shoot with, you know? That's it scares me when a guy can't shoot in college. And the thing is if he was willing to take those shots in college, fine. He might be able to fix it. He's not even he's so in his head right now afraid to shoot it, you know? Like you're about to go take a huge step up in competition. Like this isn't just like a small bump from, you know, low A to high A in baseball. This is you're going essentially from low A in baseball to the majors right away.
Yep.
You know, you're taking a massive step up. He's going to have to shoot. And I just don't know if he's going to be confident enough to do that, especially in the first few years. Now,
I feel
maybe
bad
I'm
for
wrong.
Simmons because he's going to get
Oh,
destroyed on Twitter his first year.
Yeah.
he's already getting destroyed, and I've tried to not sound like that guy on Twitter. I've tried not to. I've said he can't shoot.
Yeah.
Am I lying? You know, he can't shoot. You know, could he fix it? Yes, he could fix it. But we don't know if he can. You know, he can't defend. He should be able to fix that. He's an insane athlete. He's one of the best athletes ever. Ben Rosales, another man. We talk about him way too much. I'm sorry, Ben. We should
He's
start.
like probably my favorite Lakers follow. So
Probably. He was talking with someone about how like his not it obviously hasn't been in the combine, but his combine drills, he was like historically good, like possibly top ever tested. He's an insane athlete,
yeah.
but you know he should be able to fix a lot of these things. And I will take the freak athlete. There we go. I will take the freak athlete over the smart player 95 times out of 100. Like, that's why whenever people say Buddy Hield instead of like either over either of them of Ingram or Simmons, I just laugh because it's stupid. Like Hield is good. Hield can shoot. Hield can't defend. Like, and he's not athletic. Like he's athletic, but he isn't
relative.
Yeah, he's gonna have to guard twos in the NBA because he's not a one.
No.
He's not. He's gonna have a hard time defending twos in the NBA. You know. Back to Simmons. It's just the whole fit thing. You know, like in the vacuum.
In a vacuum, I'm still taking Simmons one.
In a vacuum, for you guys, obviously, it's Simmons. For me, it's Ingram. It's been a toss-up for most everyone. Chad Ford apparently is going to go to his grave crying that Ben Simmons and Kristaps Porzingis were the best guys in their drafts.
Well, until 5 years from now where he goes back and changes.
Yeah, when he goes back and changes it. It's just my whole thing keeps going back to the value of it. You know, if you're taking Simmons, I don't see you being able to keep Randall. Like,
right. Because that's why for the Lakers I'm taking Ingram.
Yeah, for the Lakers I'm taking Ingram. If I'm taking
I think this year is a rare case where whoever has the number one pick can pick between those two based off of fit because they're so close.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not alone. You know, I've been saying this since December, you know, that I would take Ingram. And Draft Express is right there with me. I mean, I've been saying it for a while. I mean, and they just recently made the switch. He has holes. You know, he's not a perfect prospect. He's not a perfect prospect. Ingram isn't a perfect prospect.
No.
Ingram, as we all keep saying, he gets lost in our group messages. He gets lost at times on defense, even on offense. I mean, partly some of that's got to do with
Allen.
Grayson
Michael
taking
Jordan
over. Yeah, white Michael Jordan Jr. Then Kennard does the same thing. You know, like. That's part of it, but at the same time, he does get lost. He
can disappear for 3 to 4 minutes at a time, and you forget that he's on the floor.
He's also only 18 and a half, a full year and like 6 weeks younger than Simmons, which that is a big thing, and people aren't realizing it. You know. Would I be happy with if Ingram was taken first overall and we took Simmons? Would I be happy? Yeah, I would be happy because he's an awesome prospect. But then my focus turns to what are we doing with Randall because it's not. I'm sorry, I don't see because I am convinced that Simmons is a 4. There's no way he's a 3.
I don't think he's a 3.
You could try Simmons at a small ball 5 and turn him into Super Draymond. Matt Moore has done that, talked about it. I think Sam Vecini's talked about it. Of course,
Ball Breakdown has.
Yeah, everyone's talked about it.
Which might work, especially if the Lakers get Luke.
Yeah, I mean, and in that case, if you're going to try that, I'm fine with that. You know, I wouldn't mind that. The defense is going to be bad because Randall, both of them they're not exactly T-Rex. Randall's 6'9" with a wingspan of 7 foot. He's not a six. You know, he's not a crazy wingspan, and Ben isn't a crazy wingspan. Everyone likes that one where he's wearing the Lakers jersey, and his arms aren't that long. Like, no, he's probably got a wingspan of maybe an inch longer than Randall, and he's about an inch taller.
Yep.
If you could play the 5, wonderful, but yeah, I've always been attracted to tall, lanky guys that have still room to develop physically, because Ben has already matured physically. He's not getting. He'll probably add more muscle, take away some fat, but we're not going to see like this crazy growth spurt. You know, like Ingram has had the growth spurt, but he hasn't filled it out. Simmons has had a growth spurt, and he's already filled it out.
It's like Randall.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Randall. Randall was the same thing at Kentucky. Yeah. Now, like Nelson said, I do sound like a Simmons hater quite a bit. It's because I just want Ingram on the Lakers. If the Lakers did not have Randall, I would
take Simmons.
I would probably take Simmons, especially in the case of having D'Angelo already.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have Ingram as my number 1 on the board, but here, just a second. Give me 1 second.
So what do you think about Simmons playing the 5, Nelson? You probably followed him closer than any of us.
Oh yeah, I thought about this for a long time. I think he can play the 5. I think, like Clayton said, that the defense is going to be terrible, but I think you have to try it. I think you can't just trade Randall or trade Simmons. Either way, I know you want to trade Simmons most likely for a big deal because that's what he can attract. But I think you try him, and then even if it lowers the value even more than it already is, I think you still try it. And then I wouldn't mind trading Randall because we don't know what he's going to be yet exactly. I think his ceiling isn't yet set, which can be both a plus and a negative. I think because that means he could one day be a superstar, but he could also just be, a solid starter. And I think you trade that solid starter for, I think, a 14, 15 pick next year, and then you keep, and then you have Simmons here.
Next year, that pick is going to be 17 or 18.
Yeah,
you're getting probably late lottery this year for Randall, which I discussed it on the last podcast. Like, who knows? Anything with Scal right now. If you could get Simmons and Scal, whoo! Man, that would be awesome because that would be actually a really good pairing. Scal has a lot to develop in his own right, but he's a shot blocker and he can pick and pop. He's a great. His jump shot is
amazing.
If you're gonna do that, I don't care. Like I like that idea. One interesting thing, Sam Vecini said that Scal's floor is literally the second round.
Second round, yeah. I saw that.
I asked him and he was like, he still thinks he goes in the first, but like that's his floor. I'm like, oh man.
Has anybody in recent memory hurt their stock as much as him?
I'll have to look it up.
He free fell like crazy.
Who?
He was the number 1 preseason prospect.
He was like.
Oh! I thought you said someone from a past draft fell. Yeah, no, he was literally that. He was not the top overall recruit. I think he was second or third, but he was Draft Express's top
number 1
prospect because he's a. But the thing is he's also older too. He's going to be 20 before the season starts as well, just like Simmons. Simmons will turn 20 like in the first month or two, I think.
Yeah.
But that'd be crazy. But yeah, what were you guys saying? Sorry, my daughter has a doctor's appointment, so.
We're just talking about Simmons playing the 5.
Oh, okay. I mean, But just go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I think my problems aren't exactly with the Lakers fit so much. I'm just more cautious about everything's being said about Simmons right now and how people are taking shots at him. Which, I mean, it was expected because I think he was overhyped and he hasn't lived up to the hype clearly because the next LeBron. I mean, because he's the next LeBron. I think he's still the reason he's my number one prospect still is because of his jump shot, and that's. And you take it as a negative claim, but I think that's positive because if he ever really does fix it, I think he's going to be a superstar. No doubt in my mind about that. And I think I don't think you can pass on that. I think Wasserman, I think from Bleacher Report, and I think Bassini too. He said that you got to have the balls to pass on Simmons, and I don't know if anyone will. And I think the Sixers might because I think if you really say that in your mind, Simmons and Ingram are the toss-up, then if they go fit, then the Sixers take Ingram, which it looks like they're going to take in one pick. So
I think the Sixers are the exception. They don't go fit. They go who they think is going to be a superstar.
Yeah, well, they're
looking
for
be a superstar. They're looking for that one guy that will. I mean, like I've continually said with. Can you imagine Ben Simmons running the point forward with Noel? Like Ingram obviously is my top guy. He would fit really well there. I think they want Simmons because yeah, they've got Dario Saric, they've got Joel Embiid somewhere hidden in the Middle East right now, and Jahlil Okafor supposedly on the block already. Like they've got a ton of big men, but none of them are like Ben. You know. I know I always like I said I know I always sound like a Ben Simmons hater. It's just I'm always thinking of it from a Lakers fit because I don't really care about other teams. So he's a great prospect. He's got two big holes, you know. I lean a little bit more Ingram than everyone else, but. Yeah, so, I do disagree with all of the shots taken at him. I might have stupidly thrown a shot in there as well. Like I said, I didn't like how he didn't go to class. Is it a big deal though in the long run? Like, who cares? Like, if next year he's having a crazy year, no one's gonna be like, oh, he dropped out.
Nobody will remember.
Yeah.
No one will remember that. You know, probably no one will remember by the time May rolls around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
We got another question here in the same vicinity as what we're talking about from Randy BDA. He said, if Lakers get the number 3 pick, would you trade Randall in the pick to move up to 2?
It depends on who's there and yeah, who's available at 2, and that to me is just kind of like you're lowering your assets. You know,
I don't think I would do it.
You're burning an asset with that, and we're not in a position to do that. I don't mind the idea because I do think it's super top heavy, but the problem is as at 3, which someone asked me, but apparently I didn't write it down. Would you take Bender at the 3? Yeah, I would take Bender.
Yeah.
3 Brown. I like Jaylen Brown. He needs a lot of work on his jump shot too. So it's between those two. Like I'd much rather have those guys than and Randall than just Simmons or because we were talking in the group message. Bender might literally have the highest upside in this draft. He's a 7'1", 4/5 that plays like a freaking swingman. Like he plays like a 3. He can switch with anyone. He has potentially
I believe I saw he's shooting 50-40-90 this year.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's incredible. He needs to add weight.
Yeah.
He's not. I dislike the comparison to Porzingis. I've seen that a lot. I don't like it. They're not exactly the same. It's just that he's tall, he's athletic, and he's from Europe. Like, it's kind of like the new Dirk Nowitzki. You know, like is everyone from Europe now? Porzingis, like, You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you, because I'm gonna start writing pretty soon the Simmons versus Ingram piece. I want to know what are your thoughts on Ingram's holes, because he has holes. I think his frame, I think we're not so sure that it's gonna fill out. It's really small right now. Also, how is he gonna do against like NBA strength, which is gonna be a problem for him when he starts out. So that's why I say that he should start out as a 2.
The problem with the strength, like the frame one, is actually a legitimate concern. He's added 10 pounds supposedly since he started at Duke, so he went from like 180 to 190. He'll add weight. It'll come. The question is how much weight will he be able to handle?
Yeah.
Will being 220 be too much for him? And it's not going to have to all come in one season. We all have to remember that he's not even going to be 19 until I think November. So I mean he's really far away. The other one of the strength, I don't know if that's as much as a concern, and that sounds hilarious because he's only 190. But he's been playing small ball 4 a lot at Duke because they don't have Emile Jefferson. Watch him a lot. Go watch him when he's in the paint. When he goes up for a layup, it's wild because he's trying to overcompensate because he's expecting to get hit. But when he goes for a rebound or he's playing defense in the post, he takes hits. I've said on the podcast before, he's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. You know, Kevin Durant was a lot stronger than people gave him credit for. Kevin Durant could have benched 185, but man, he could shoot a basketball from Steph Curry range. So, well, I think it was probably originally Durant range, but yeah, I think the biggest holes is like for him is obviously frame. He's going to have to improve defense. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, it sounded funny in my headphones. Frame, obviously, he's going to. The big question for even his size isn't even really how thin he is, because, like I said, he'll gain weight. It's mainly his shoulder width. Yeah. Durant was quite a bit wider. He wasn't super wide, but he did have, I mean, even I sent you guys the picture of Antetokounmpo. I think I nailed that. I think I nailed it.
That was close.
Did I mess it up?
I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
I sent you guys a picture of Antetokounmpo when he was in the pre-draft workout with the Bucks, or maybe right after he was drafted. Thin. Now look at him.
Yeah.
Like he's buff. Like, I mean, that's my thing. He's Giannis with a jump shot. Giannis also got wider too. If you look at it.
Well, he grew like 5 inches after he got drafted.
Well, he was like 6'8" or 6'9", and now he's like 7 foot. Oh my god!
7 foot point guard.
I'm a perfect example. Like you might not be able to tell exactly on the screen. I can't fit through some doors because my shoulders are so wide. That didn't happen. Like I got big until like I was actually pretty small compared to my peers. Then high school came and I grew 4 inches. I went from 5'3" to 5'7" from my 8th grade year to my freshman year. In the summer, I grew 4 inches. Obviously, I kept growing. I'm now about 6'1" or 6'2". But when I graduated, I graduated early. I was 17. I was not as wide as I am now. Part of it is, I mean, I got big deltoids. So I mean, whatever. But I mean, it's my whole point is like. I continue to get big. Like after I graduated high school and I started working, and that's the thing. He's gonna go from working with a Duke training staff to an NBA training staff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's miles ahead of anyone else. That's why when people say he should go back to college, or anyone should go back to college if they have a chance to go in the first round, I'm like, nope.
No. Yeah. Never. Nope. Ever.
Nope. You take the money and you take the NBA team being able to develop you, because they will develop you a lot better than a college team.
Yeah, that's why Scal, even though he should probably stay another 1 or 2 more years, he's gonna come out this year.
Yeah, Scal needs to come out this year
Yeah.
because next year, if he has another bad year at Kentucky,
He could
because
fall
Cal
out.
hasn't played him right, yeah, he could literally fall out. A
Kentucky's loaded.
guy, huh?
Kentucky and Duke are going to be loaded next year. It's going to be
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they are.
next year's draft.
Giles and Tatum. That's insane.
Yeah, Giles scares me with those knees. We're already looking that far ahead.
I'd still put him as number 1.
Yeah. What other holes besides body?
His defense, because I think his fundamentals still need work, and you say length, and he's super long, but there's only so much length he can do for you. I think he's proven to be a good rim protector when he's given the chance, but I think that also adds to his frame questions because he gets pushed around at times. Like he stays there, he's tough and he finishes, and he's braced for the impact, but still he does get pushed around at times, and it's pretty apparent that his exact size limits him to so much what he can do. I think once he adds weight to his body, I think that's when he can start doing more advanced moves. I think my favorite move, and his go-to move is him dribbling and then doing a spin move and then attacking at the rim. I think he can add more to that. I think he can finish better once he does add more weight to his frame and he can finish better inside.
Yeah. So if your main concerns with Ingram are his weight,
yeah,
I think that's solved pretty quickly. Like relative, to in the context of it. Like he also in the NBA, he's not going to be playing against 4s and 5s. At least in the first few years of his career. He'll gain weight, he'll gain muscle, so he won't be shoved around so much. It might always be a concern that he might be bumped around a lot more, but also, like I said, he's playing small ball 4. Even guys in college are bigger than him. If he's playing on the wing, we haven't gotten to see him much of the wing this year because a lot of Duke lineups are Grayson Allen, Thornton, Jones, Kennard. So he's playing.
Yeah.
4.
He's played the 5.
He's played the 5 even. Yeah. He's not going to be doing that in the NBA for the first at least several years of his career. That'll come. How much it will come is a good question. I think his lack of focus is one of the big things. But then again, that's solved by or explained by him being 18 and a half. What were you? Well, you're not even 18 and a half. What were you doing, Jamie, when you were 18 and a half?
First semester of college, not much.
Yeah, when I was 18 and a half, I think I was in my 3rd semester of college. Oh my gosh, I'm old.
18. I was in my 3rd semester too. Yeah.
I got distracted all the time. Like in the middle of games, even just random. That should come. I'm not saying, and by no means am I saying Ingram is a perfect prospect because he isn't. He does his handles could be a lot better. His passing is good. It's not great. He has some very nice passes. His vision isn't as anywhere. It's very good. His vision is very good. It is not Ben Simmons' vision. Ben Simmons has
point guard vision.
Yeah, he has a step below D'Angelo Russell vision, in my opinion. And some people might even say he's better than D'Angelo in vision. I don't know if I agree with that, but
I've seen D'Angelo make some pretty ridiculous reads.
Yeah. Some of the GIFs that Jacob Rude was posting he's going to be writing a piece for Ben Simmons. Some of those were nuts. I think what I have always been a potential over floor guy, okay? I think that Ingram has an insane potential. Not saying that Simmons doesn't have high potential. He could, for all I know, he could be the best player in the NBA in 5 years. But because Ingram, what is she? I just heard a moan.
That's just standing up like an old lady.
You're gonna get slapped. Weird. Ingram, once he adds the weight and everything, and he he already has the jump shot. He can already pass. He can already dribble. He's already a decent enough defender. He's already got a lot of very big positives. He has holes. Simmons has a big hole in his jump shot. Unless you trade away Randall and get something good, You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking myself in circles. It's just the shooting is a big issue. It is a big issue.
Yeah.
He took 1-3 during the year, if that. I don't even know if he did take one.
I think it's a 3.
Yeah, he took a couple.
Yeah, he took 3.
He took 3 in 40 games?
Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah, Randall's taking more than that. He's not a good shooter. He's lackadaisical on defense. Same issues as Ingram on defense.
Yeah.
What Simmons lacks in length, he more than makes up with crazy athleticism.
Yeah.
He's a even more quick twitch athlete than Ingram is. So there's positives to both. I just prefer a guy that once he starts to add the weight and already has a lot of positives. What could he be?
Yeah.
Like he's clay. You have no idea what he's going to be. He's already something pretty cool. But if I just start, adding things and make it bigger, what could it be? With Simmons, you're just what it is you have this insane athlete and you're fine tuning everything. And like someone was saying, like if you're doing on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10 being a superstar, 1 being a bust, I think Ben Simmons' floor is a 4 or a 5. So I think he's probably always going to be a starter unless he just turns into crazy knucklehead. I got you, Jamie. With Ingram, his floor could be a 2 for all we know.
Yeah.
But his potential could be a 9 or a 10. I mean, same with Simmons. Simmons could be a 9 or a 10 too. But what I'm saying is that he's the mold of guy that I like most.
Mm-hmm.
I like long and lanky. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
But I think it's mostly because I value passing and transition more than I think you guys do. Because I think.
Oh no, I think what the problem. Sorry, interrupt you. I think what it is just when Duke is in transition, a lot of that time they're in transition, it's Grayson with the ball.
Yeah, Grayson pushing.
We know what Simmons can do in transition. We have no idea what Ingram can do because of the guys around him. All right, Jamie, you gotta go really quick. So, let's end with what do you do with the third pick? We shortly touched on it, but
I think
Jamie,
I'd take Bender right now, especially if you can come over.
Yeah, take Bender.
No Brown love.
I mean,
I don't know much about him.
I mean, it was sad that he had an early exit from the attorney because Hawaii upset Cal, but I'm not sold on him. I think he's gonna be a great defender. He's gonna be a good defender. I think he's gonna be great in transition, kind of like some of the Simmons. But he just, I don't know if even if he does improve his jump shots are decent. I don't think he's that good of enough of a shot creator for himself to ever be like a go-to guy. I think if he does develop that, he has a pretty high ceiling, but I'm not sure. I think the amount of fine-tuning that he has to do is much greater than what Simmons has to do. That's why I think Simmons is above him, and that's why I don't think he's even close to.
You mean over Bender?
Oh no, over Brown. I think Bender could. I wouldn't have a problem with taking Bender over Ingram. I mean, I don't know how much you like Ingram, but I think.
No,
Bender,
I could see that. Like I said, he's got possibly the highest ceiling. It's just.
Yeah, if he ever does add both, if he ever has, I think he has like similar thing to Ingram, where like he's long, he's lanky, and he needs that weight, which is a bad comp, I know, but still, I think they have similar issues, which entices me to take Bender, because how many fives do you see, potential fives, or since he's so versatile, he can be a plug and play at the 3, 4, 5. Like how many guys do you see that are like that? That's why I think
if you put Porzingis at the 3, I think you pulled a Kurt Rambis. But yeah, I would probably go Bender too. If he comes over, that's the thing. That's huge to me. If he doesn't come over next year, no, because you do have like that. That literally is a sitting asset that no one will remember. You know, like I don't know. I would if Bender is coming over, I'd take Bender. Which Mitch Kupchak is over in
Twice
Israel.
now, yeah.
Yeah, he left to go watch Korkmaz.
Yeah.
And then he came back to watch Bender. I would take Bender at the 3 if he comes. If not, I'll take Brown. Some people probably say Dunn, but I don't know.
Yeah. What do you guys think about trading down to get maybe like maybe Korkmaz or Heald maybe or Murray? One of those guys.
I think if they keep the pick, they should just pick in the top 3.
Yeah, if they keep it. I mean, unless you're trading it for a young good player now that like a Mario Hazonia or Nerlens Noel or Willie Cauley-Stein, you know, guys like that are still on their rookie deals. Yeah, that's the only way I trade the pick, because it's not going to bring a superstar back. No matter what anyone thinks, it's not bringing it back. It doesn't matter the context. It doesn't matter if a guy is disgruntled. This third pick isn't last year's third pick.
Right.
So, all right, Jamie, you got to go eat.
Yeah, I gotta head out.
And I've got to go eat. So you guys have a great one, and we'll have another one here soon. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas, you have a great one.
You too. See ya.
Good night.